If you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World and asking yourself, is that extra thing really worth it? You are not alone. And today I'm sharing 5 things that I believe are 100% worth the extra cost if your budget allows. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Shannon from wdwprepschool.com, and today I'm excited to talk to you about things that are worth it. We do everything at Disney World so that we can try it out and let you know. And some things aren't worth it, but some things really are worth the extra splurge. So I wanted to cover those with you today. Let's dive into number 1, after hours events. Now, we are huge fans of the after hours events because it means being able to go into the parks after the normal closing with having very low crowds. You don't have to use lightning lanes, and they include extra things you can't do during the day. We like it because of the lower weights, the less sun exposure. You don't have to put on sunscreen to go to these, and you have more freedom to hop on rides at night without having to worry about lightning lanes. It is absolutely pure joy being able to be in the parks at this time of day without sweating, without having a lot of crowds, and being able to go on rides without having to crisscross the park or worrying about the lightning lane system. If you are traveling to Disney World in 2026, these are available in 3 of the 4 parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. The amount of these that are offered throughout the year vary. They are not available at all in October, November, or December due to the Halloween and Christmas parties. Check our calendar for more information in the description. So we highly recommend it, and they're back for 2026. So that's good news for all of us. Number 2 thing that's worth it is the Magic Kingdom fireworks dessert parties. The fireworks at Magic Kingdom are amazing. We love Happily Ever After, especially, but the best views often mean fighting the crowds, especially right in front of the castle in the hub area. However, the dessert parties give you reserve viewing plus treats and a more relaxed atmosphere, so you don't have to worry about the crowds. We kind of treat the dessert party area like our own little lounge in Magic Kingdom, where we can come and go and get drinks and treats and use the restroom that is exclusive to that area. And then we go to the fireworks viewing area whenever it's time to watch the show. But at that point, we have our own space to watch the fireworks, and we're not worried about fighting all of the crowds. Obviously, if you're booking this, you are going to pay more, but you will avoid the early stakeout to look for spots and the massive crowds afterwards, which is one of our biggest sources of anxiety. You do have 3 options when it comes to the Magic Kingdom dessert parties, and that includes a garden viewing one, which you can do before or after the fireworks. This one's a little bit less expensive, has better views, and as a bonus, it has better views of the Starlight Parade. The third option is the seats and suites, which is a little bit more expensive, but if you need a table and chairs as opposed to sitting in the garden area, this is going to be the best option for you. The third thing that is worth it is taking Minnie Vans to Magic Kingdom and Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. Now, Minnie Vans are Disney's version of rideshare. You can book it through the Lyft app. And one of the perks of taking Minnie Vans is that they have access to things that normal people in their cars do not. The 2 best examples of this are the front of Magic Kingdom. So if you're trying to get directly to the front of Magic Kingdom for a dining reservation or a party or any kind of reservation, it's the easiest way to get there. It goes where the buses go. The other place it is allowed to go that regular cars can't go is Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. So you're never going to catch us going to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review without a Minnie Van because it drops you off right there. There is no other way to get there by car other than this. So we highly recommend it for these reasons. And I think it's worth the extra cost because they are more than a regular rideshare, but you save a lot of time doing it. If you do decide to take a Minnie Van to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, something to be aware of is that it can be a little tricky in the Lyft app. There are lots and lots of drop-off spots at Fort Wilderness that represent all the different buildings and loops that you can stay in while there. But to go to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, you'll choose Resort Landmarks as your drop-off, and then within that, you can choose Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. Number 4, preferred rooms at some resorts. So many value and moderate resorts have a preferred room category that costs a little bit more per night. And when you have a preferred room, they aren't any different in the composition of the rooms than a standard room, but the location does matter. These usually put you nearest the main building, nearest the main bus stop, so it's just less walking. We do recommend this mostly at non-Skyliner resorts because it will get you closer to bus stops or the main building or less walking. But at resorts that have the Skyliner, the preferred room may not give you the best access depending on what you want to be closest to. For example, let's take a look at Caribbean Beach Resort, which has lots of different things going on. The green sections on our map denote the preferred rooms, and they are close to Old Port Royale and the main pool. However, the Skyliner hub is in a different section. So if you wanted to be close to the Skyliner, you would want to book a room that was near the Skyliner, which isn't the preferred rooms. And the fifth thing that we think is worth it is tours, all of them. Disney tours are big time value because they have expert cast members that guide you through behind the scenes areas and give you access that you can't get on your own. And if I was asked what Disney World does best, I would 100% say tours every time. They're just so well done and led by some of the very best cast members. And you get to see things you wouldn't otherwise. Some examples of ones that we have loved is the Wild Africa Trek, which takes you behind the scenes of the Kilimanjaro Safari, Behind the Seeds Tour, which takes you behind the scenes of Living with the Land, and private VIP tours. To find all of the tour options that you have, go to the Disney World website, click on Enchanting Extras, and then it'll give you a whole list, but you want to narrow it down to just the tours. So use the filter at the top to do that. And then you'll see the options. Make special note of the age requirements, the time requirements, as well as the prices because they are a huge range. We recommend starting off with the Behind the Seeds tour if you want to dip your toe into something because it doesn't require a lot of time or money. But if you want something more in depth, more at length, there are lots of options for you. We have had good experiences with all of the tours we've taken. It is worth the money because it gives you a special experience in a small group and fantastic memories with that access that you won't get otherwise. Keep in mind the time commitment because obviously it is going to take some time away from your regular park touring, the additional costs, and make sure you book early. These kind of things book at midnight, 60 days before your trip, and not in the morning, like Disney says. So to recap, the five things are after hours events, Magic Kingdom fireworks, dessert parties, Minnie Vans for certain destinations, preferred rooms at certain resorts, and tours, all of them. If you have the budget and you want to maximize your Disney World experience, we think these five are absolutely worth it. If you're working with a tighter budget and you don't want to pay for all these things, obviously you don't have to book any of them, but maybe you could just pick one or two, choose what aligns with your priorities, like how much time do you have? Is it an interest that you have, etc.? I'd love to hear which one of these would you go for. I would like to hear that in the comments. Thanks for watching.